Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rich Bradley, President of the Board of Public Service. This is the regular meeting of the Board of Public Service for February 14th, 2023. This is a public meeting and there are no lettings or no hearings today. So I would ask that only members of this board be allowed to speak unless recognized by myself or the secretary. Before we call today's roll, I would like to just take an opportunity to welcome our new Public Safety Director, Charles Coyle, to the Board of Public Service. Director Coyle is the Fire Marshal for the City of St. Louis and a Deputy Chief with the St. Louis Fire Department. And Director Coyle has had some outstanding service for well over 45 years, I believe. And Director, you can expound on that if you like. I think you're muted. Director Coyle, did you want to make any comments before we start?
Okay, I may have missed something. Can you hear me?
So I just basically introduced you as our new Public Safety Director and said that you are the Fire Marshal with the City of St. Louis, which is a Deputy Chief, and you've had meritorious service for over 45 years. And if you would like to add something to that, you're more than welcome to.
I don't need to add anything to it. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for allowing me to be part of the meeting. So I'll listen and see if I can catch on to where we've been going with this. So I'll let you take it from there. I don't need to add anything else.
Great, thank you, Director. I appreciate it. Without further ado, I'll ask the Secretary to please call the roll.
Director Coyle,
Present.
Director Davis,
Oh, I'm not first anymore. Look at me. Present.
Director Hayes,
Well, doctor, second's better than third. Aye.
Director Scoggin,
Present.
Director Scobie,
Present.
Director Williams is excused. President Bradley,
Present. We have a quorum. I will call this meeting to order.
regular business. From the President, recommendation that approval be given as follows. Amendment 4 to the Facilities Management Division's HVAC Water Treatment Service Contract number 74554 with the Brinco Corporation located at 9246 Shortridge Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63144, Federal Tax ID number 43-1023219. Supplemental Agreement number 8 to PSA 1248, Architectural and Engineering Services Expansion and Modernization of the Cervantes Convention Center with Fentress Architect in the amount of $367,762.02. This supplemental agreement is amended to modify the scope of work and is authorized by ordinance 70883. Port lease, new lease agreement, American River Transportation Company, ARCO. This lease agreement is made and entered into as of this day of 2023 by and among the City of St. Louis, Missouri, a city and political subdivision duly organized and existing under its charter, the Constitution and laws of the state of Missouri, and American River Transportation Company, LLC, a Delaware limited liability company registered to do business in the state of Missouri. From the Director of Park, Recreation, and Forestry, recommendation that approval be given as follows, subject to certain conditions. Request from Counter Public to encroach artwork for music for 13 Paths artwork in Benton Park. Request from County Public to encroach artwork for the 3 columns at Chippewa and Jefferson Fountain. Recommendation that the following be denied. Request from Counter Public to encroach artwork in Allo Plaza. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as emergency action the following. Chain of Rocks motor relay testing. This work is needed to test the motor protective relays for the Chain of Rocks distributive motors. The motors protective relays have not been tested in years and are crucial to the safe operation of the distributive motors. This work will improve reliability and efficiency and will reduce maintenance costs. All labor, parts, and equipment to retrofit spiral track adapters on potable water pumps. Number 8, to facilitate mechanical seals installation on said pump. This critical pumping equipment is located at the Chain of Rocks water treatment plant and functions to supply potable water to the city's distribution system. From the Directors of Public Safety and Utilities, joint recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request from LT Consultants to consolidate 2 lots at 6907 West Park Avenue in City Block 5601. Request from Broadway Truck Company to consolidate the lots at 1506 through 1529 South 7th Street in City Block 0367. Request from Foresight School Incorporated to consolidate 3 parcels at 6244 Foresight, 6235 Wydown, and 6307 Wydown in City Block 5598. Joint recommendation that the following be denied. Request from Joe Feld to adjust the boundary at 3630 Garfield Avenue. From the Directors of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Request from 2000 Washington LLC to install a cafe sidewalk extension at the southwest corner of the intersection of Washington Avenue and 20th Street. Request from Green Street Armory Investors LLC to modify the curb and sidewalk area at the intersection of Market Street and Spring. 2 ADA curb ramps at Market Street and Spring Avenue, 2 drop-off lanes on Market Street, and a sidewalk bump out adjacent to the encroaching staircase entrance on Bernard Street. Joint recommendation that 3 applications from AT&T be approved, subject to certain conditions. Application number 1 for 4545 Oletha Avenue. Application number 10 for 1601 Cochran Place. Application number 11 for 7023 Manchester Avenue. Joint recommendation that 2 applications from Verizon be approved, subject to certain conditions. Application number 18 for 3224 Russell Avenue, and application number 19 for 4135 Robert Avenue. From the Director of Streets, recommendation that the following be approved, subject to certain conditions. Document number 300468, petition number 6904. Affidavit of St. Louis Municipal Finance Corp. To vacate a public air, surface and subsurface rights for vehicle, equestrian, and pedestrian travel in 1, an irregular strip of Dr. Martin Luther King varying width from 10 to 30 feet and adjacent to City Block 259, beginning at 9th Street and extending to 10th Street. Number 2, an irregular strip of 9th Street varying in width from 20 to 60 feet and adjacent to City Block 167 and 169, beginning at the northern right-of-way line of Dr. Martin Luther King and extending southwardly 716.32 feet to a point. Number 3, the 16-foot wide east-west alley in City Block 174 as bounded by Convention Plaza, 9th Street, Lucas, and 10th Street in the city of St. Louis, Missouri. Document number 300749, petition number 6905, affidavit of St. Louis Municipal Finance Corp. To vacate of public air, surface and subsurface for vehicle, equestrian, pedestrian travel in the southern 53 feet of coal from 7th Street to 10th Street in the city of St. Louis, Missouri. Document number 303-652 for application number 131364, request from Fatale Brothers LLC and Hill 2000 to encroach with a life-size bronze statue of Yoga Berra and Joe Garagiola, who were Hill natives and Hall of Fame baseball players on the Daggett side of 1935 Marconi. Document number 303-733 for application number 131426, request from Union Electric Company doing business as Amaret, Missouri, to set a 50-foot class 1 pole for customer service at 4020 Geraldine. Document number 303-734, application number 131427, request from Union Electric Company doing business as Amaret, Missouri, to install a new pole and equipment, replacing of existing equipment on the existing pole at 5314 Lillian Avenue. Document number 303-735, application number 131428, request from Union Electric Company doing business as Amaret, Missouri, to install a new pole and equipment at 3021 Lambton. We have 4 conditional use permits from the Director of Public Safety.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Evan Winkler, zoning plan examiner for the city, and I'll be representing the building commissioner at today's hearing. Per board order number 766, transmitted herewith are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 4 applications. 6439 Virginia Avenue, 5216 Gravois Avenue, 6166 Delmar Boulevard, 2316 Cherokee Street. I request that these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Thank you, Evan. Are there any questions or comments from any of our board members on today's conditional uses?
Greg Hayes, motion to approve the conditional uses as submitted by Mr. Winkler.
Second, Davis.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Scoggin,
Aye.
Director Scobie,
Aye.
Director Williams is excused, President Bradley.
Aye, today's conditional uses are approved. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Are there any questions or comments on the meeting minutes as submitted?
I move to approve. Scobie.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second, Hayes.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Scoggin,
Aye.
Director Scobie,
Aye.
Director Williams is excused, President Bradley.
Aye, the meeting minutes are approved. Today's meeting agenda, are there any questions or comments on our BPS meeting agenda today? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve, Davis.
Second, Scobie.
Thank you, directors. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Coyle,
Aye.
Director Davis,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Scoggin,
Aye.
Director Scobie,
Aye.
Director Williams is excused, President Bradley.
Aye, today's BPS agenda is approved. Before we adjourn, I always give an opportunity for any comments or questions from any of our board directors. I would just like to remind everybody that today is February the 14th, and if in your busy schedule you forgot, please make sure that you recognize your significant other when you get home today for all the good work they do to keep you coming to work for us every day. So thank you for that. Any other comments or questions from any of the other board directors?
Want to say I've got my balloon in the picture. We're doing okay over here, and happy Love Day to everybody.
Thank you, Director. Any further comments?
Have a
Seeing,
good
none, I'll
day.
ask for a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved, Hayes.
Second, Davis.
Thank you. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Have a nice Valentine's Day.
You too.